Hi everybody, and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also that bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot, and sometimes my videos are time sensitive, so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. Also in that same area, there is that thumbs up, and that's where you guys come in. If you enjoy the content that I make, and that I make so much of it, please take a second to hit that thumbs up when you arrive. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Ones get noticed on this huge platform. Okay guys, this is a really exciting day. I not only got my premium box from Boxycharm, but I got both my paid versions today. I did not get tracking or anything on that, so this was a true surprise. I really didn't expect to have to film today, but this is always exciting when they arrive. So I was able to open up the one that I'm going to be sharing with you right now, and then we have to go do some things, and then when I get back, I will try to film the second one. If that happens, I will try to, as always, to try to post both of them up for you guys, because if you're like me, you want to know what's inside the boxes. But if not, one will be put up today, and then the other one I will definitely be posting tomorrow. All right? Okay, so let's get started. This is the June premium. As I shared with you, I paid for 2 premium boxes on my channel. It all started because when premium came out, and I really got in right at the beginning, you had to go on a wait list. And I already had a second account because I set it up so that I would have the base box during Lux months. Then they started doing the customization where you got 2 choices, and with the 2 choices, they always more than paid for the box. So it always made sense to me to keep the premiums. However, with premium, there's not that many variations, so there's usually at least a couple of products that will end up being duplicates. And and this is what happened to me this month, I don't know because I have to open the second box. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I always get nervous when I choose the exact same item but just in a different color, if I'll end up really with the rest of the box being duplicates except for my choice items. But we shall see, because the choice items that I chose are ones I really wanted, and even if I was going to purchase them for me in the drop shops, these items I think would either be $12 or $18, and if they're $18, then that would be $36, and I pay $39.99 for this box. So that's how I put my head around it. And then if I have other things that I'm able to share, you know, that goes into that giveaway pile. So we have a lot to celebrate. Also, if you haven't been watching, we hit that 4K really earlier than I anticipated, because my 3-year anniversary is only at the end of July. So I was putting things together for that, but now we're gonna have other things to celebrate. So there's gonna be a lot to celebrate on this channel, a lot for me to be able to share with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and also make sure you're following me on Instagram. My name there is True Ones with the number 2, because when we do the giveaways, and I've heard a lot of people share that there's been problems, that people are getting into their comments pretending they are like the person who is the creator. I do my best to really monitor my comments, so when I see certain things come in, I immediately delete if they're sending you to websites and things. However, there are ones that even I don't even see them, that YouTube catches them. So I try my best to make sure that everything stays clean within our comments here, but it is what it is. So in this box that I opened up, there was one item that ended up being a duplicate item, and I did get an email at the beginning of the month from Boxycharm that they gave me the $12 credit to spend in their store. And I was excited that it was not in a mega drop shop, because usually the mega drop shop had that $25 minimum, but their regular drop shop didn't. However, that's changed. It's still a $25 minimum. So even though I get a $12 credit, I had to spend at least $25 after the credit to be able to use that credit. So I was like on the fence of what I was going to do this month with the credit, but I ended up finding some items that I thought would be interesting, and so I ended up buying in the drop shop, and I was able to get that credit. And the duplicate in here is absolutely fantastic, and what I'm talking about is the CUPID palette from Natasha Denona, and that's what I have on my eyes today. And I did pull out mine from over here, so I'll be able to swatch it and share all that with you guys. And it's funny, you know, when I started my channel, it's going to become 3 years at the end of July. My first giveaways were always, and it was before there were these drop shops or add-on deals or all of that, that anytime I got a duplicate palette, that was what my giveaway was, because I wanted to be able to share palettes with you guys. So if I've already had the opportunity to test it and try it, a duplicate palette was, for me, an easy thing to put into the giveaways. And my giveaways were always just the eyeshadow palettes that I got as duplicates, because then everyone who joined the giveaway knew what exactly the item, and if they didn't get it, then that was the, you know, the item that they wanted. So it gave it so that not everybody wanted in on the giveaway. The people that really needed the palette ended up getting it. But now, with so many boxes and things like that, and me putting it together for other things, we started doing giveaways a little bit differently. But it's ironic, because this would have been a fantastic, fantastic one to have as a one palette giveaway, because this one is so good. So this one is called Natasha Denona. It is the CUPID eyeshadow palette. And this one was developed exclusively for Boxycharm. It does come in a plain packaging here, but inside when you open it up, it is the CUPID palette. And I will definitely make sure, and I want to put this aside so I don't put my hands into it, take the one that I have here. And like I said, I did my eyes, and I will share with you at the end of the video the swatches as well as what the actual items are that I used on my eyes with this. And I only used this palette on my eyes. So this one says Natasha Denona. This is the CUPID eyeshadow palette. It says, with 3 velvety mattes and 2 dazzling metallics, the versatile 5-pan CUPID palette is all you need to create a range of romantic looks, from the flirty to fierce, featuring a rich coppery brown, bright champagne pinks, and the luscious burgundy corals. All 5 shades are velvety hydrating, and it will be effortless to effort. It is really, really a beautiful palette, and this is $48 on its own. And like I said, I will swatch that at the end. The next item, they hinted on Instagram a couple of, I think it was a week ago already. I was going to say a couple of days ago, that Patrick Ta, everybody who gets a premium box is going to get this Patrick Ta product, and it is called the Major Volume Mascara. So I have this on my eyes today as well, and I will be able to give you a little bit more information on how it worked and things like that. It's an intensity black. It says it's ultra dramatic mascara. It has a custom double cut brush that combs through each and loads your lashes for the for the ultimate volume. It says it lifts and has definition, and this is new brand to Boxy. So that's the benefits of Ipsy now owning Boxy, because Patrick Ta was definitely a brand that we all loved having in Ipsy. So now Boxycharm girls will be able to get it as well. And this is a $29 value. And this is what the component looks inside here. It has a nice weight to it. It feels very, very much like a luxurious mascara, which you wouldn't expect anything less from Patrick Ta. One of my favorite products from Patrick Ta that I've had the opportunity to try are his blushes, and I'm loving them. And then this one here is how the brush works here. And they mentioned that it has some double dimension. It might just be the bristles are double, but I don't personally see that. But I'm gonna put it up close to the camera so that when I look back at this with you guys, hopefully I'll be able to see it. When I put this on, it did give a nice layer on the first layer. So if you're not a girl that likes a lot of mascara to put on, you can get away with one, but I always like to do at least 2 or 3 to see if it clumps or does any of that. What I liked about this mascara was no matter how much I put on, it wasn't clumping at all. So it was just getting blacker, and it was giving me a little bit more volume. What I didn't love about this mascara is I put it on, and then we had to stop to have lunch. And when we finished having lunch, my eyes still felt like the mascara was wet. So when I touched it with my finger, I checked, and I was able to have the lash marks on my finger. So to me, this is more of a wet mascara than a dry mascara. I just think with age, this mascara will get even better, because when a mascara is too wet, and I had this with my IT Cosmetics Superhero, that was the problem that I had with it. It was too wet at the beginning, which means it can transfer and you can end up with those dots. When you have small eyes like me, that's my experience. So I think this will end up being a mascara that I would really love when it gets a little bit older. I still love it. I'm not in love with it, if that makes any sense. All right, the next item in here was one of my choice items, and this is from Dominique Cosmetics. And whenever there's a choice from any of her products, I've been grabbing them. Everything that I have tried from her line, I really, really enjoyed. But with that said, I'm not a cream blush girl. I'm trying. So that is why I ended up choosing one color in this and then another color in the other. So this one is called the Silk Tone Cream Blush. It says give your cheeks and lips. So you can use this both places. A pinch of color. It is irresistibly silky, this weightless buildable cream. blush formula blends into the skin seamlessly, and it will last all day. And the bonus it contains, they're saying, hyaluronic acid, and this is a $22 value on its own. And in this one I chose warm peach, and like I said, I'll be swatching everything at the end. And this has a beautiful mirror on here, and it says inside the mirror here, it says soft yet, oh, I can't read it, soft yet peaceful, and that is what it says on the bottom of the mirror. The packaging on this is beyond stunning. This is what the exterior of the packaging looks like. Everything that she does is very glamorous. All right, the next item in here was also a choice item, and this I was really excited about because I missed out choosing it a couple of times before. So when I saw this again, I was really happy. This is from Korres, and this is their Santorini Grape Poreless Skin Cream, and I used this under my foundation today. It is a lightweight gel moisturizer that blurs your pores, it controls shine, and it hydrates your skin all day using a powerful blend of hyaluronic acid, salicylic acid, as well as willow herb extract, and the antioxidant rich, as well as this brand, this line from this brand is their Santorini Grape, and that's what this line is all about. And this is a $36 value. This is what it looks like here, and like I said, I'll swatch the cream and everything at the end because this was a little bit difficult to open up. So we'll try to get it open. You know what, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it at the end. This is what I have so much on my mind today, I apologize. This is what the cream looks like here. It went on beautiful. The scent was very minor. It was really luxurious, but my skin drank it in really quickly. I'm trying a different type of foundation today that we got in another box from Yensa, and I have my IT Cosmetics powder over it, and it's lasting beautifully. I mean, I've had this on for hours. The next item in here was from Sandbar, and this was a brand that I only got introduced to from Ipsy with an eyeshadow palette that I picked, and this is called the Shadow Light Eyeshadow Primer. It came in this beautiful box, and this is the item inside. And this one says, is it a sheer and creamy intensifying eyeshadow base that adds staying powder and full pigment richness to your eyeshadow, resulting in the high definition crease defining color and a long lasting wear. This is a $28 value, and this is also a new brand to Boxycharm. And like I said, I used this on the eyes prior to, and I have my thoughts on this, but we'll swatch this at the end. And then the last item that is in here is this one that's called Shadowmoon. And they're saying it is a reusable shadow shield. And they're saying this is a silicone reusable shadow shield for fast and flawless eye makeup application. It catches eyeshadow fallout, and it creates a straight edge for your eyeshadow as well as your winged eyeliner. For a perfect application, it doubles as an under eye cooler to help soothe puffy morning eyes. Cool it in the fridge or the freezer to depuff your under eye area. It is designed with a grip, so no adhesive is needed. They're saying this is a $15 value, and this is also a new brand to Boxycharm. I also put the variations and all that in the description, as well as the prices and everything we talked about, and if there's a color, I put that all in the description box as well. So this one, when you open it up, it took me for a bit of a loop. There's only one in here. So if I'm gonna get a duplicate, I hope it's gonna be a second, because if you can use this to help depuff your eyes, I would like to have had one for each eye, but there's only one in here, and it is really thick. And so I'm really not sure how to use this, but I will go on their website and I will learn a little bit more. But like I said, if there's not a duplicate and this is something I enjoy, I'm hoping it is available in the drop shop to be able to get a second, because I think it's funny that there's only one in here. But those are my thoughts. All right, let me show you the swatches now. So this one here is from Sandbar. This is their Shadow Light, and they're saying it is a long wearable eyeshadow primer. When I put this on, this went on a little bit, for me, for my liking, a little bit too wet. But with that said, you kind of want the hydration on your eyelids, and this is what the applicator looks like. I put it on, and then I did a little bit of a second layer on it. It is a sheer light, but it brings brightness to the eye. Do you see that? And then when I tried to pat it in, it really did not dry down. It stayed kind of wet for me. So I don't know if I had to wait a little bit longer, and I'll see now, because I'm gonna leave this on my hand to see if it makes a difference. And I'm gonna try to swatch the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna see if I could put a little bit more on so I have more room here. the eyeshadow palette on the primer and then not on the primer, so we can see if there is a difference. So that is what I did. So because there was a primer in here, I definitely used it to put it on my eyes. I then tried to, you know, move it around exactly where I wanted it with my fingertip, and the warmth of my fingertip I thought would help. It did spread beautifully. It just didn't dry down enough for me. So I had to use another little bit of a light loose powder over it to make it wasn't sticky. It was just a very hydrating eye primer. The next item, like I said, I used it as my base, almost like my primer. I chose not to do a face primer. I chose to use this product. I could not wait to get my hands on this, and I'm so happy that I ended up getting it as an opportunity to get it as a choice item. I'm going to put it on my other hand here. Like I said, there's a faint scent to this, and it's really just their ingredients. Korres is a really, really fantastic brand. Everything that I have tried from their brand has been a winner. And I was a fan of Korres before it showed up in our boxes. So I used to pay full retail for this. And then when the shopping channels would have all those deals, that's when I would grab and I would go on auto ship and all those things. So this is always exciting when the brands that I already love are starting to show up in the boxes, which is fantastic. So that is the Korres Santorini. The next item that is in here is from Dominique Cosmetics. This is their cream blush, and this one is in the warm peach. And when I get the to do the other box, I will definitely pull out to show you the two colors side by side, so we'll be able to compare the two colors. And I'll put this where I did not put the eye primer on this one because I ended up putting it here, but it doesn't feel sticky at all. It actually feels very hydrating. So that is really, really pretty. And I'm hoping in the summertime I'll be able to start playing more with this, because I'm trying to use a lot more of those tinted moisturizers, and now the Bare Minerals and all of those products that have that more of a tinted moisturizer base to it, and it's getting so hot down here that we'll be able to start playing with some of the creamier products. So we'll see with the combo skin if I'll be able to get away with that down here. And then in reference to this mascara, we already went through all of it, so that is here. And then the last item is swatching the gorgeous palette that we got in here. So I'm gonna do the swatches below and then in the same area. So there's 5 on here. So starting with the first one, that is this gorgeous, gorgeous burgundy shade. I did all over my eyes with this one to help set the primer. Then I ended up, I used everything in the palette, so let's put it that way, and then I'll show it to you. So let me put it in between here so we can see what it looks like without the primer. And I have a wet cloth right here and a dry cloth right beside it, and I'll just take the last one, which is a shimmer shade here on the end. Like I showed you, the colors are just stunning. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm just gonna do it below so we can see what it looks like on the primer, if it made a difference. So let me just make sure to get everything off my fingers and then do this here. And then I'll tell you exactly how I use this on my eyes. So the primer is down here, and it definitely is going on a lot smoother over the primer, that I can tell you. And then let me just do the last one here. Yeah, there's a difference. So there you can see that is over the primer and that is without the primer. Definitely some of the, if you look even at the deepest brown, it looks a little patchy where I have it there, but when I have it over the primer, it doesn't look patchy at all. And this is where I used the primer line. So that is that there. So definitely the primer makes a huge difference. It also, like I said, took away a lot of the patchiness there. So if you have a problem or you're using less expensive eyeshadows, you definitely, I suggest to use an eyeshadow primer. I think it makes a huge difference. So I use this all over my eyes to set the primer. Then I use this gorgeous color in the outer corner to darken up my outer corner. Then I tried to use this darker one to help that as well as using it as a liner under my eyes. I then put this shade in the middle of my eyes, and then in the inner corners, I use this one here. I love these 5-pan shadows. I love the relationship that Boxycharm has with Natasha Denona, that we get exclusive products from them. And I love this one. So I love that I have a second one that I'm going to be able to share in the future. But that is everything here, and that is what they look like on my eyes. And that's everything that I got in this variation. So make sure to stay tuned, because we will have a second box to open up. I will try my best to get to it today and have it posted also today. But Fingers crossed. If not, it will definitely be up on my channel tomorrow. And that's it for today, guys. So everybody, please continue to stay safe and well, and I will see you all soon again in my next video. Bye for now.